On this week's show, the Rams and the Knights are butting heads. See who emerges unscathed on today's Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids, brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. We're here for another episode of Quiz Kids, and we have, as always, two terrific teams. Let me introduce you to them now. First, we have the Hillsdale Knights. And backed by popular acclaim, the Westmoor Rams. Let's meet the gentleman from Hillsdale. Royce Wilmot, you're a junior, and you've recently started an interesting new club.
Yeah.
Cake and Discussion. That sounds so civilized.
It is.
What is the club?
We eat cake and we discuss on lunchtimes every few weeks.
Current events?
Current events.
Movies you saw?
Movies, anything that basically
the Middle
comes
East,
to mind.
Anything. Right. What kind of cake?
It varies. Last time we had cupcakes, which was different.
Yeah, what about us gluten-free people? What do we do when we want to talk?
We can accommodate you if you ask, I guess.
All right, we'll make a special request. Sounds like a great club. Nathan Mooney, very involved in drama over at Hillsdale. What's the production coming up?
The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride, which is still the favorite movie of a lot of kids.
Yes.
So what are you playing?
I am the grandfather reading the story to the child.
Uh-huh.
And it's
been a lot of fun?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
And you have your Hit Squad improvisational team coming up with a show too?
Yes, we have a show for our big annual spring show, and that is on April 14th.
April 14th. We may have just missed it with our taping, but I hope you guys do really well. Jake Stone, you're a sophomore, a great cook, and your aunt runs a very interesting charity. What is the charity?
The charity is called Harper for Kids. What they do is they take tennis and other sports into underprivileged schools in San Francisco and use those sports as a medium to teach the kids life skills. They teach them how to try their best in everything they do.
Good sportsmanship, teammanship.
Good sportsmanship.
This is excellent, and a lot of fun for the kids, too.
Yeah, it's...
Well done. Good. Well, good, gentlemen. Good luck on today's game. Let's give you a chance to earn some points. All you need to do is pick a category today. I'll ask you seven 10-point questions. Give me all the right answers. I'll give you a 30-point bonus. Today's categories are hot, 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 anatomically correct, and dem clues.
We would like dem clues.
Dem clues is yours for the taking. Name these things that begin with D-E-M. All your answers will begin with the letters D-E-M. Good luck. It's government by the people.
Democracy.
Correct. She was the Greek goddess of agriculture.
Demeter.
Demeter is correct. He was the heavyweight boxing champion in 1925.
Dempsey.
Jack Dempsey is right. People with Alzheimer's disease exhibit this severe loss of cognitive ability.
Dementia.
Correct. This is a synonym for a devil or a monster.
Demon.
Right. This is the name of the Athenian orator who spoke with pebbles in his mouth to improve his elocution.
Demosthenes?
No, it was Demosthenes. And finally, it runs the border of North and South Korea. No guns are allowed there.
Demilitarized zone.
You got it. 60 points. Well done. We'll be right back and meet the Westmoor team. Welcome back, and hello, Westmoor. I mean, you're like becoming regulars on my program, aren't you? You were here last week, but you're filling in for a team that wasn't able to show up, so I welcome you all back. KK Matose. We talked last year about how much last year it seems, about how much you love band, but you also are a Gleek.
Yes.
And that means you love Glee. Yeah. So what's your favorite part about Glee?
Lea Michele's voice.
Lea Michele's voice. Some good singing goes on there, right? Yeah, some interesting plot lines, but some very good singing.
Non-existent plot lines.
No. Strange. Well, good. Well, good for you, and hopefully Leo Michelle will become even more world famous than she is already. Emiliano, you are part of Leo's Club. You're the secretary at school, and Leo's Club does a lot of good works. What is their latest project?
Our latest project is the blood drive for school.
Okay. And what do you want to say about that? I know the blood drive will probably be over and very successful by the time we air, but what are you doing now to make sure that kids and staff members give blood?
We're just during class we go from classroom to classroom, encouraging each student to give blood. And
good. Yeah. I hope it is a very successful drive this year. Tommy Ng, you are part of the FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, and you have a conference coming up.
Yeah, it's called the Bay Conference, and it's going to be held at Homestead High School on March 5th.
And what do you do at this conference?
Students from different schools who are in FBLA come together to socialize and compete in different business events.
Well, good. I hope it's a wonderful conference to you. Let's give you guys a chance to score some points. All you have to do is pick a category between hot, 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 and anatomically correct.
Anatomically correct.
Anatomically correct. All right. These answers share or include names of body parts.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound lovely? Here we go. Is what we call the calm area at the center of a hurricane.
Eye.
The eye is right.
Yes.
This is a famous 60s Broadway musical about hippies.
Hair.
Hair is right. Cobs of corn are also known as this.
Ear.
Ear.
You got it. The headset connects you to your phone via a blue one of these.
Tooth.
Bluetooth.
A tooth, exactly. You can go fishing or boating at this series of vacation resorts in upstate New York.
Oh my gosh.
Long. No.
They're the Finger Lakes. One example of this is a baby whale. It's a calf. Finally, the Allies established a successful one of these by landing on Normandy on June 6, 1944.
Foot.
A foot.
No, it was a toe hold. But you end with 40 points. Good work. We have 60 to 40, and we'll be back with the three-for-all. Don't go away. And let's give a big hand to the coaches that have led these teams so far. They are from Hillsdale High School, Mr. Ethan Stewart. And from Westmoor High, Mr. Alan Bronstein. All right, I see you've all got your buzzers, folks, so we'll start the three-for-all. Let me start with a toss-up question worth 10 points. Give me the right answer. Your team controls the play. Here's the first toss-up. Good luck to both teams. The first atomic clock was based on the vibrations of this molecule. Name this weak base that has chemical formula NH3. KK.
Ammonia.
Right. For 20, commercial ammonia, when not diluted with water, is known by what name? You can talk it over. Anhydrous ammonia. Next toss-up. Kings sometimes wish for foolish things. Name the mythical king who was granted the gold... KK.
Midas.
Right. What is the Greek name of the god who granted Midas the golden touch?
Pan.
No.
No.
It was Dionysus. Next.
Do you know that?
I succeed him, but no one can replace him, were Thomas Jefferson's words upon taking over which envoy to France? Jake.
Ben Franklin.
Correct. For 20, when Jefferson went to France, he was away from what home depicted on the nickel?
Monticello. Oh, Monticello.
Yeah, say it to me.
Yeah.
Good. For 40 points, prior to 1976, Monticello also appeared on the reverse of what uncommon U.S. currency?
$2 bill. No, not $2.
$2 bill.
Correct. You got 40 points. Yay! Corsica belongs to France, but most of Corsicans do not speak French as their first language, but a dialect of what other Romance language? Emil.
Italian?
Yes. Corsica is probably best known as the birthplace of what 19th century French leader?
Napoleon?
Yes, there seems to be only one, isn't there? For 40 points, Napoleon was exiled twice, first to Elba and later to where?
Saint Helena?
Yeah, that's 40 points. Be a man, say it with pride. Here's your next toss-up. Name the keyboard instrument on which the strings are plucked rather than struck. Royce.
Dulcimer?
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Keyboard instrument. Plucked.
The harpsichord. Give me the 6-letter word that means the dried saliva and skin particles that cause many humans to sneeze and get stuffy sinuses when they are around...
Mucus?
What?
Mucus?
No. When they are around cats. The 6-letter word.
Sure.
Pollen.
Dander.
Oh.
The pollen on cats. You people. Good grief. Today's visitors might have to fend off feral cats in what Roman tourist attraction where gladiators once battled big, Jake?
The Colosseum.
Right. The Colosseum's construction began in 72 AD during the reign of which emperor?
Nero.
Vespasian. In 2009, 714 million voters gave Prime Minister Manmohan Singh a second term as Prime Minister of what country? Nathan.
Singapore.
No, you can steal.
Bangladesh?
No, India. We will be right back after this message for more 3 for All. We're in the middle of the 3 for All. It's time for the next toss-up question. Your writing teacher, has probably made you break up what type of sentence that contains many, Nathan?
Run-on.
Yes. One way of correcting a run-on sentence is to insert what punctuation mark between two closely related independent clauses?
Semicolon.
Correct. For 40, in the language of text emoticons, what eye movement is indicated by a semicolon, hyphen, and close parenthesis?
Wink.
A wink is right for 40 points. Speaking of the eye, a human eye contains over 120 million of what kind of light-sensitive cells, Jake?
Cones.
No. What kind of light-sensitive cells capable of detecting in low-light situations?
I don't know. Cells of the eye.
Cells.
Do you know?
No answer.
Rods. Cones was coming up, but it was rods. All right. What is the man holding in the painting American Gothic? Nathan.
Pitchfork.
Right. For 20, who painted American Gothic?
Gauguin.
Oh my, yes, with the big naked lady in the front. No, Grant Wood. Next toss-up, we'll move on. He fought for both the Castilians and the Moors in the 11th century. Give me the nickname of Rodrigo Diaz. El Cid.
Oh.
Somebody's teacher's going to be really pissed at him, huh? The Krebs cycle occurs in what organelle known as the powerhouse? Royce.
Mitochondria?
Yes. Mitochondrial DNA has been useful in genetic studies because it is only inherited from which parent?
Mom.
That's right. Through the study of mitochondrial DNA, a team of population biologists determined that all humans alive today share a common matrilineal ancestor. What was the name given to this early human?
Lucy.
No, it was Original Eve. In 1713, he moved his country's capital to a city on the Baltic in order to bring his nation closer to the west. Jake.
Peter the Great.
Right. The Russian capital remained in St. Petersburg or Petrograd until what event in 1917?
The Revolution.
That is right. During the time of the Soviet Union, Petrograd was renamed to what?
Stalingrad.
Leningrad.
Oh.
All right. In soccer, it's nudging the ball forward with your feet. In basketball, it's bouncing it with your hands.
Dribbling.
That's right. In basketball, if you take too many steps without dribbling the ball, say what?
Traveling.
Right. For 40 points, in 2009, the NBA modified its traveling rule to allow how many steps after a player receives the ball?
4.
2.
Oh, that happens.
What Secretary of Defense under George W. Bush still holds that same position? Yes, Royce.
Oh, Rumsfeld?
No. Still holds that same position in the Obama administration.
Holder.
Robert Gates. Although we think of him as a 19th century author, whose last novella, Billy Budd, was not published until 1924? Royce.
Twain?
No. You can steal.
No answer.
I win my bet. Nobody reads Herman Melville anymore. The type of hat worn by Abe Lincoln was so named because of its resemblance to what archaic... Royce.
Stovepipe?
Yes. For 20, the stovepipe was a tall, cylindrical form of what type of hat, now generally worn only as part of formal morning wear?
Top hat.
That is right. And for 40, outside of weddings, formal morning wear is very rare, but it's still seen at what British royal race meeting?
I don't know.
Running of the bulls.
So close, my dear boy. The Ascot races. And that is the end of the round. 220 to 120. We will return with the final play.
Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
We are back, and we are in the final round, the timed round. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. The point value is 30. You have 100 points to catch up with them. You could do it in 4 questions. Good luck to both teams. Here's the first question. What Washington, D.C. university is the oldest Catholic institution of higher education? Jake?
William and Mary.
No, the oldest Catholic institution of higher education in the U.S.
Georgetown.
That is right. Name the Ukrainian peninsula on the Black Sea that's home to the original Sebastopol. Emil.
Crimea.
That is right. What second deepest lake in the U.S. is found in the Sierra Nevada? Jake.
Lake Tahoe.
Right. Panthers are black variants of what spotted cats?
Leopards?
Royce.
Leopards?
Yes. Which organelle in every living cell contains genetic information passed? Yes, Royce?
Nucleus?
Right. What word from the French is the name of a lightweight sun umbrella? KK.
Parasol?
Right. Even on its highest peak, which is the only continent with no permanent snow? Royce.
Africa?
No. You can steal.
South America.
No. Australia. Who wrote the children's classic Alice's Adventures in Wonderland?
Lewis Carroll.
Correct. What kind of meal is the title of a Kurt Vonnegut novel or the Wheaties tagline? KK.
Breakfast?
I need more. Sorry, you can steal.
Breakfast of Champions.
You got it. What aromatic compound from a hexagonal molecular structure has the formula C6H6? Benzene. Dating back to 1800 BC, to whom was the first written criminal law attributed to? Jake.
Hammurabi.
Right. Though he painted most of his works in France, in what country was Vincent van Gogh born? Yes, Emil.
Netherlands.
Correct. What Oahu landmark got its name when sailors mistook its volcanic crystals for precious... Yes, Jake.
Diamond Head.
Right. In most versions of the Batman story, who is the police commissioner of Gotham City? Royce.
Gordon.
Right. What's the common name for North American reindeer? Tommy.
Caribou.
Yes. In 1857, Queen Victoria selected what city to be the capital of Canada? Royce.
Toronto.
Nope, you can steal.
Ottawa.
That is right. What does the A stand for in the SPCA? Jake.
Animals.
Right. What part of the United Nations shares its name with a 1973 Triple Crown winning racehorse? KK.
Secretariat?
Yes. How many keys are there on a standard piano? Yes, Royce.
96.
No, you can steal.
92.
92.
Say what?
92.
88. In what southwestern state would you find the Carlsbad Caverns? Jake.
California.
No, you can steal.
Arizona.
Nope, New Mexico. The Pony Express ran from Sacramento to St. Joseph in what state whose capital? Yes, Royce.
California.
No, whose capital is Jefferson City.
Missouri.
That is right. That shows 350 for Westmoor, I believe, or 360, yes, and 490 for Hillsdale. Hillsdale wins the game.
Go to quizkids.tv to meet our teams, learn more about the questions on today's show, and to get tickets to see the show in person.
Are you ready? We are back. Let's look at the scores. Hillsdale earned 490 points added to their previous scores. That would be 830. And Westmoor last week earned 470, so we'll add that to your previous score for a total of 830. They are tied. We'll see who comes back in the future rounds, and we'll see you next week on Quiz Kids. Hi.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible. The San Mateo Credit Union. Additional support provided by the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry and the Knights Templar.